What's up, YouTubers and Joe fans, and welcome back. And welcome to another edition of Creative Corner. In today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at the 1985 G.I. Joe Silver Mirage motorcycle. Now, I can remember back in 1985 receiving my original Silver Mirage. Taking it out of the box, there was so many pieces. It was like a miniature snap-together model set. And what we have right here is a fantastic example of a completed Silver Mirage. And just looking at this very briefly, you can see the green highlights with the mortar launcher and the missiles, the silverish looking motorcycle itself with the black rubber seats. And what we're going to have to do is take this thing apart and break it down. Of course, remove all the labels here and get rid of all that residue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it apart and we'll show you just how many pieces come with this thing. Now with the motorcycle disassembled and on my mat right here, this just gives you a nice visual of all the pieces that come with this motorcycle. And unfortunately, you need all these pieces to complete this thing. We're going to go ahead and take all these silver parts and paint them a chrome color. Now for the green bits, we're going to paint them a different color, with the exception of the engine and the exhaust. Now, of course, we're not going to paint any of the real rubber tires or seats. Now for the paints I'm going to use, I have them laid out on the bench right here. For the first paint, we're going to be using this Bronze X33 from Tamiya. As you can see with the flame logo, this is an acrylic solvent paint. And these paints are fantastic. They go on plastic without any primer. Next, we're going to take a look at this Tamiya X25 Clear Green. Again, it's a solvent type paint. And we're going to use that green over the bronze on the mortar launcher and some of the other green parts. It'll give it a nice candy look. Now to get the chrome look, anytime you use chrome, and for this particular chrome I'm using, you need a gloss black base. And we're going to use this All-Clad 2 Lacquer Gloss Black Base number 305. I'm going to spray all the parts that we want to chrome with this. We're going to let this dry, and then we're going to move on to the chrome. Now for the chrome, I'm using this SMS Hyperchrome Cold Tone, and this is an actual alcohol-based chrome. And unlike my previous videos where I actually brush paint the paint on, these are airbrush ready. And the Tamiya over here will need a little bit of thinning. Now, as you can see in the background, I have an array of airbrushes to use. Let me grab one of those right now. Now, the airbrush I'm going to use for the candy color is this Pro Convoy Double Action Platinum 0.3 needle airbrush. Now, this is from Mr. Hobby. It's a really great workhorse when you're doing airbrushing. And we're going to use that on the Tamiya product because this is a little bit thicker. Now to spray on the chrome, we're going to use this Gallery Mobius airbrush. Now this has a 0.2 millimeter. This is part of their premium series. And I found that this particular airbrush works absolutely amazing when trying to apply chrome products. So again, we're going to use the 0.2 for the chrome and the 0.3 for the Tamiya products. Now the first paint we're going to apply is the gloss black primer, and as you can see, this is one part of the motorcycle body. I took the liberty of speeding up the painting process on video here, otherwise this video would have been incredibly long. Now another important note when you're trying to apply chrome paint, you need a really glossy black base for the chrome to stick to. And here we have the other half of the motorcycle body. And when I'm done painting all the black, you're going to actually see just how amazing this all-clad black primer base looks. Now for the big part. We're going to take care of the sidecar. You can practically see my reflection just in the gloss black base alone. Next up is the driver fairing. I went ahead and modified the back hole peg so it would fit a modern figure. Now the motorcycle fairing is next. This is the part that goes on the front of the motorcycle. Now because I'm going to chrome out the engine and the exhaust portion, I have to apply the gloss black base to these parts. And this is the other half of the engine with the exhaust built on. Now rather than showing me spray all three rims, these are all done exactly the same way. Okay, now we're going to move on to the Tamiya bronze paint. And in order to get that green candy color I need, I'm going to use this as the base coat on some of these green parts. Here's the rear green suspension. Now for the front forks, this actually comes in two pieces and splits in half. Here's one half. And of course the other half. Now with the black primer thoroughly dried, I just wanted to show you the results. Just look how amazing this black primer looks. It settles into all these details nicely, and I find myself reaching for this bottle every time I want to do some chrome application. Look at the gloss on this thing. It's like absolute glass. Heck, you could leave this just like this and have a beautiful black bike if you wanted. I've tried other gloss black base coats, and this one seems to be the best so far. Alright, that's the black. Now let me show you the bronze. Alright, now here is the Tamiya bronze coat we put on the motor launcher, and of course we did this on the front forks and the rear suspension. Now, I know it doesn't look like much right now, but this is really going to pop once I get that clear green coat on it. Now here's the original green. This just shows you the stark contrast between the two. And the more I look at it, if you really wanted a night version or night force type motorcycle, you could leave this color and the motorcycle black, and you have a really great looking motorcycle. And that Tamiya paint, when it's properly thin, airbrush is really great. Now that the bronze is thoroughly dried, we're going to go ahead and apply that clear green paint I showed you at the beginning of the video. And once this is dried, we're going to get the effect that I've been going for. You can kind of see it coming together right now. We're going to go ahead and do the same on the rear suspension. first half of the front fork assembly. And of course the other corresponding half. Alright, with all these parts thoroughly dried, now you can see what they're going to look like. And of course, just to remind you, we used the bronze as a base, the X33 base. Really fantastic looking paint on these. And then we top coated everything with this clear X25 green. Again, another Tamiya product. And as you can see, here's the original color. And here's the final product right here. Now this is exactly what I was looking for. See the beautiful green, or the candy green effect on the mortar launcher. And of course we did it on the fork assembly and the rear assembly right here. Now when I was designing this in my head, I wanted to keep some of the green highlights because I really did like that on the Silver Mirage. But I wanted to bring the green up to match the chrome. And to be honest, I wasn't sure how it was going to come out, but I am truly satisfied. Alright, let's get to the portion of the video that everyone has been waiting for. It's chrome time! As you can see, I'm applying the chrome on this first half of the motorcycle body. And it comes out absolutely beautiful. Here's the other half of the motorcycle body getting chromed out. The front motorcycle fairing. The backpack fairing for the figure. As I mentioned earlier, I opted to chrome out the engine. Again, all three rims are done the same way. Gotta have a chrome exhaust, right? And now for the largest piece, the sidecar. If you look close, you can actually see my reflection in the bottom of the sidecar. Now I went ahead off camera and painted the missiles, the small missiles, the handlebar, and of course the kickstand here, that black primer base. I was going to candy green these, but I opted to leave them black because I figured these would be a nice accent to the chrome once they're on the motorcycle. Just wanted to show you guys that I left these parts black. Now I went ahead and let these parts dry overnight, and as you can see, it's come out great. Let me grab this part right here and try not to get my fingerprints all over these things. Tip it up, and there you can see the reflection of all the parts on the red mat. Nice mirror chrome effect. And here you can see the chrome, just like the black primer, settled into all these details amazingly. Let's see if I can't flip it up and see if you can see me waving in the bottom of the sidecar here. There I am. So if you're looking for a great chrome paint, this product does work really well. Let me grab that bottle once again to show you. It's the SMS Hyperchrome Cold Tone Paint. Now I know on their website they actually have a black chrome paint. Really curious to see what that's going to look like. I'm going to have to pick up a bottle and try it out. Let's get this thing assembled and see what the final product looks like. And here it is, the chromed out G.I. Joe Silver Mirage motorcycle. And as it spins around, you can actually see the candy green, how that pops against the black rubber seats and the chrome bike itself. Like I said, I opted to paint the handlebars black, as well as the kickstand and the missiles. There's the sidecar, and there's the motor launcher. And here we have good old Beachhead riding the Silver Mirage. And as you can see on his backpack, I modified that fairing so it'll fit on a modern figure. And here it is against the original. And as you can see, it's quite the difference. This was a really fun video to do, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have a lot more ideas rolling around in my head and hopefully get some videos out to you folks. And after looking at this motorcycle, I may just have to make a Night Force version with some black chrome paint and maybe some silver highlights. What do you guys think? Alright, with that aside, I really like to thank you folks for watching. And if you like what you see, join the community and go ahead and hit that subscribe button for future notification of upcoming videos. And of course everyone, most importantly, always help a fellow collector out and share your knowledge. Yo, Joe!